Come on. She was so drunk, man. She couldn't even remember her last name, let alone how to take a piss. And you saw it. Piss stains all over her skirt, crap all over her back. I mean, I had to carry her to the car, and she was just covering me with all that filth. You gonna sit there and laugh too at the whole situation. Man, that was just straight cold, brother. I mean, all that, we didn't even get a chance to eat lunch yet. Oh, but that wasn't it, was it? Hell no. We driving down the road, then boom! The bitch blows chunks all over the back seat. Man. And then we sitting there picking it out with toothbrush and toothpick. It was just hot and muggy that July afternoon. Man, I don't care what you say. Those were not the good old days. These are the good old days.
Yeah, you got it right, man. You got it right. But just think, we've come a long way since those days, you know? Two punk-ass friends. We weren't supposed to be nothing but a burden on society, a job in the warehouse. But look at us, man. We detectives, man. You know? And you know what I love most about that? Busting those rich kids, man. Seeing the look on their parents' faces as we carried them away in cuffs. Oh, man. But you're right, though. We did all right for ourselves, man. We've done all right.
Through it all, you only had two constants. You and Crystal. I mean, how many guys let their friends date their little sister? I mean, now we're getting married, expecting our second child. Life is damn good.
Speaking of that, Johnny's birthday coming up, right?
Oh, in 2 days.
Hey,
Got something special for him.
Some extra something?
Yep.
What is it?
I ain't telling you a damn thing.
Ah.
Damn, can you be patient? Man, you worse than he is.
Oh, fine. I'm about to go shake the love muscle.
Good luck in your search.
It wasn't your fault. You can see that, can't you?
But he was my partner.
Yes, I realize that, but there was nothing you could have done.
But if I would have stayed at the table just a little bit longer.
Then maybe you'd be dead. Or how do you know the killer wasn't just waiting for you to leave the table? You don't know.
I could have saved him. I was only a few feet away.
You keep saying that you could have saved him. So why didn't you?
I was taking a shit.
That's right, you were. And the sooner you get it through your head that there was nothing you could have done, the better off you're gonna be. You're a detective, and from what I understand, a damn good one. But you're not God. Now, I sense that there's something more than just the loss of your partner. There's something buried in your heart. You know, anger can be a crazy beast. It'll mutate and consume you, and eventually, it'll kill you. I mean, look around. Have your relationships changed in the past few months? Have you pushed away your friends and family? Of course you have. It doesn't take a professional to see that. But you're not special, Detective Bryant. These things happen every day in law enforcement. It's part of the job.
It's real easy for you to sit on that side of the table, tell people how to think, how to feel. You don't understand. He wasn't just my partner, he was my friend. And they just took him away from me.
Well, who's they?
The scum on the streets with less brains than a cockroach and as much endurance. You know, I'm starting to believe in the theory of letting the scum work for us instead of the other way around.
Maybe you want to explain this theory, because it sounds about as seedy as those cockroaches that took your partner away.
It's no theory. It's been practiced for years. You know, don't sit and act all surprised. It's just when things go wrong, the strong step it up.
What you're forgetting in your emotional cloud is that those are the same actions that caused your heartache in the first place. It's a brutal cycle. Can't you see that? You got into police work in order to make the world a better place. Or have you forgotten that? Now, you don't seem like a quitter or soft to me. I would hate to see something like this ruin you, when it could just as easily inspire you to do good and make the world a better place, instead of just adding to the hate.
There's no good. It's just different degrees of evil. And I'm not talking about the evil the politicians call evil. I mean, they wouldn't know evil if it sat in their laps. And you know why?
Enlighten me.
They are the beast. We are corrupt to some degree. It's crap. We were created for entertainment, a kind of slow-moving dinosaur food, until we got out of hand.
That's a pretty bleak outlook for someone who scored the highest in morals and ethics.
Yeah, that was before the lights turned on for me.
Or rather, they were turned off. Listen, Detective, I have no choice but to recommend more counseling before I sign off on a clean bill of health. If anything, your outlook has deteriorated.
Oh, please.
Listen, you are dangerously close to an administrative leave, and the only thing standing between you and that leave is me. So I would focus on my assessment, not on your buddies or your wife or anybody else. Are we clear?
Yes, we're clear.
Good. Now I will sign off on some work for you under one condition: that we continue to talk until I feel you are ready for more. Understood? Understood?
Yes, understood.
Okay.
Oh yeah, did you see that volleyball picture in the paper? Yeah, it was in there this morning. This guy came after school yesterday and just took a bunch of pictures of us. There's a big article in there, like a page and a half. All right, I'm gonna watch my movie, so I'll call you later. All right, bye.
Peter, is this thing on?
Yes, it's on, Carol.
I asked you not to call me that.
Call you what?
Carol.
Your name?
Correct.
Of course. Bitch.
Can't we do something about these lights?
Yeah.
These lights, they make me look...
Pasty?
No.
Lifeless.
Shut up. They wash me out.
You look washed up.
You know, it's comments like that that keep you in the sewers of television.
And tell it's the one of the things that is holding you back.
Prick.
We're live on in 30.
We interrupt our scheduled programming to bring you an Action 1 special report. Here is anchor Carol Witherspoon.
In breaking news, we at Action News 1 have received a report that yet another murder has occurred. Information is still sketchy, but we've been told by reliable sources that the victim was a young woman home alone. Police will be questioning friends and neighbors of the victim, and her name will not be released until the family can be notified. There are no suspects in custody at this time. We'll have more after these words.
And cut.
So where is our unreliable reporter anyways?
Aren't you supposed to be on air?
Hey, I'm here every day like I'm supposed to be, and when I'm looking for my reporter, he's off who knows where.
Is it so hard to believe that he's doing his job?
If he were, he'd be here like a professional.
If you could hear yourself talk for a moment, you'd realize how ignorant you sound.
I what?
He's a beat reporter. That means he's out on the street and not a talking head put before the people like eye candy to read the news. You're here for ratings, sweetheart. Ratings alone. Your job is to make the news easily digestible. And if people didn't feel the need to have a face with the news, well, you'd be automated.
What are you saying?
You are Pepto-Bismol for the masses. This crap every day would make people sick and prevent gut rot. So get your ass out there, empower yourself, and help if it helps to make you feel real, because guess what? We're on in 30.
Fine.
And in 5, 4, 3.
At Action News 1, we feel you're number one. We've received numerous inquiries asking us to provide a deeper and more thought-provoking newscast, where topics will open new lines of conversations at dinner tables and water coolers alike. Tonight, we honor your request with a segment I'm very proud of, Carol's Corner, where I'll share my thoughts and insights on current event topics. Tonight, we begin with the topic everyone is talking about, the killer headline murders. The rash of these still unsolved murders has raised more than just a few eyebrows here and abroad. Are the police doing everything possible to stop these killings? The answer is clearly no. As a woman, I see the male-dominant police force downplaying these crimes, which more often than not are committed by men and against women. Maybe having more than just the bare minimum of women on the police ranks would help re-energize this case and the entire police force. The killer is clearly a male who feels powerless and must take his frustrations out on the people that he finds as the dominant achievers, who pose a threat to his manhood. The people who make the headlines. The people who stand out. The people who make him feel weak. These people are women. The men on the police force are clearly blinded by their sex. This man is no pillar of society. He surely can't even hold a job. We should be looking for a man with emotional problems who lives on the streets. You see, every night, this weak man uses the same papers that we do to read about him to keep himself warm. Clearly, if more women were allowed to join the police ranks, I believe this case would be solved. The opinions of this reporter are not necessarily those of the producers or employees of this station. This has been Carol's Corner. Stay tuned for more breaking news as it happens.
What the hell is that? Are you insane or are you just stupid?
Well, that's a typical male response.
Not only have you accused the whole police department of being sexist, but incompetent as well.
Well, if you don't agree, get your own opinion piece.
If you just pull your head out of your sheltered, pampered ass for one moment, you'd realize what you said.
Oh, go cry to Skip. Where is our super reporter anyways?
Live from Action One Studios in Bloomington, Minnesota, here is the first and last word in news with your Action One team. Anchor Carol Witherstrom and investigative reporter Skip Killmeyer. Minnesota's first-class team, number one on the dial. Number one in news. Teamwork done right. This is Action One News.
And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Action News 1 for your first and last word in news. In breaking news, the police are asking everyone to be on the lookout for any suspicious behavior. With no arrests in the recent murders, the police are leaving no rock unturned. With more, we have our own Skip Killmeyer. Skip?
Thanks, Carol. As you said, the police don't have a suspect in the recent murders, but at Action News 1, we are on the case and will have more information from our own investigation. With our informants and you, the viewer, we at Action News 1 will keep you informed of any and all possible leads. And of course, we'll give you exclusive interviews. So stay tuned and stay alive. Carol?
Thanks, Skip. We now take you to the national news. We'll be right back here at 10 o'clock. Until then, good night.
Okay, I'm out of here.
Wait, Skip, we need to work on tonight's telecast.
Look, I'm a reporter and a journalist. I have interviews to conduct with cops and my leads. The stuff you just read here at night, Carol, it has to get here somehow. Pete.
Skip.
Listen, man, I got a lot of legwork to do in the story tonight, so if I don't make it back in time, can you work around it?
Hey, do what you gotta do. Just keep us in the loop.
Of course, man, no problem.
And all I ask is don't be getting caught in the moment with the national news picking up the story and leaving us in the lurch.
Don't worry, man, I got it all under control.
Is Boy Wonder gonna crack this case?
Let's break the story, Carol. Crack is something that passes for your mouth. Take care, man.
Take care, Skip.
So, how are things?
Things are great.
You seem to be in fine spirits.
I've had some time to collect my thoughts and some cleansing of the soul. I came to the realization that things will just take care of themselves.
I must say I'm a bit surprised in your sudden turnaround in such a short period of time. Not to doubt your sincerity or the value of the work that we've done here, but you can understand if I'm a bit curious.
I can only control how I feel, not how you feel about me.
Very good. Almost word for word from the textbook. So tell me, Detective, what has changed in your life to give you such a positive improvement in attitude?
Clarity, perspective, and just plain enlightenment. I found myself thinking in those negative waves when the little bird helped and showed me to a place that evened things out a bit.
Well, that's a smart bird. Where did you meet this bird, Detective?
Every dog has his day, and every bird gets his worm.
Well, that's a very interesting analogy. But what I really wanted to talk about today are the recent killings and the effect that they've had on you.
It's been very therapeutic.
How so?
I've had time to see things from a different perspective. Everyday people suffer loss, and that has allowed me to separate myself from my situation and see how other people cope with their grief. Like you said, I'm not the only one this has happened to. It happens every day, especially in my line of work.
So what you're saying is that in some morbid way, these killings have made you feel contentment?
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
You guys haven't met the captain yet, have you?
I don't believe he's had the pleasure yet.
He's gonna chew you guys up and spit you out.
I'm waiting for you to chew me up, but I don't think you're gonna spit anything out.
Real nice. Newbies. Hey, Lynn?
Skip?
How's it going, Lynn?
Fine, and you?
Not too bad. Not too bad. The new guys. So. And you are? Skip Killmeyer, Action One News, and you are?
Garcia, Detective Garcia.
And you are?
Detective Hansen.
Oh, okay. So new guys in town, just got in town
A few days ago.
mm-hmm.
Garcia, Hanson, quit John with Skip and come with me.
Ah, come on, Captain. Give me a break. I'm just trying to get a story here.
If you worked half as hard at getting a story as you do John with my guys, you might actually find something.
Well, if your men would actually pony up some useful information, maybe I could give a decent story to this town and then get into something bigger.
Look, you're lucky I even let you in this department. Let's go, guys, now.
Lynn.
Nice.
Can you fill me in on what's going on?
Well, Hanson, your orders come from up top. I know you being new and everything, you're gonna need a little help. That's where my man Brian comes in. He'll be watching you, making sure you learn the ropes. The main reason why you're here is there's been a fresh string of murders in this town, and I've been given a little bit extra budget to hire some assistants. These guys are brutal. They have the stench of being professionals.
Sounds like you admire these guys.
Admired is the wrong word. I'd say more impressed. These guys have been able to outsmart the cops at every single turn. So yes, I am impressed.
Do we know there's more than one?
It's an expression. You two gotta learn how to pay attention or else you'll end up permanently unemployed like a lot of other people.
Captain, that's something I wanted to talk to you about. For a town with a relatively small crime rate, how do you account for the high death rate of your officers?
These guys are soft, that's all. They come to this town thinking it's gonna be a cakewalk till they can collect their frickin' retirement. You know, they forget what it's like to be cops. They're basically killing themselves.
First off, I just got off the phone with a very angry governor who's questioning my authority on how to deal with these crimes. Second, the press is running all over the place, spreading rumors, causing panic on my streets. I don't need that. What I do need are answers, and I need them now.
We're trying, Captain. These guys are good. We're not dealing with amateurs here. They know exactly what's going on, and they're not leaving anything behind for us to work with.
I don't care how good these guys are. They could be in the CIA, the FBI, the mob, or just living in their parents' basement. I want them, and I want them now.
I understand, Captain. I understand. Except time. Just give us a little time. We need a little bit more time. In fact, as we speak, we have people working on the profile right now.
Time is something we don't have. You're not supposed to be in here.
Come on, Captain. You cannot honestly tell me, bringing these new guys in here, do you have any kind of handle on these recent killings?
Either you get out of here, or I'll give you a real story to report.
Is that a threat?
You know I don't make threats. You got two ways to leave here. One's the honorable way. I suggest the honorable way.
All right, fair enough, Captain. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to find out what's going on with these killings. My friend, I promise you that.
Garcia, do me a favor and remove this gentleman.
You got it, Cap. Let's go, Skip.
What's going on?
Not much, man.
So what do you think? This one?
Definitely this one.
You like this one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's what a partner's for. I feel beautiful right now.
Oh, you look beautiful. So the captain seems pretty wound up about the case.
He's not happy unless he's unhappy, you know?
Well, that's fucked up.
That's true, but we've got people to talk to today. Hopefully they can shed some light on the situation.
Well, I hope so, because if something doesn't pan out soon, the captain's gonna blow a friggin' gasket.
Hey, whoever said being a big dog is easy, huh? He's doing fine for himself. He's got stuff on the side like most guys.
What, like a second job?
Something like that.
Hold on. Are you telling me the captain's dirty?
Dirty? Nah, he's like a businessman, you know? He's like an entrepreneur.
Are you?
What?
Entrepreneurial.
I got stuff on the side, you know? Nobody gets hurt. Come on, you gotta get out of here.
I'll be right there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll get back to you. Hey, is that them over there? God damn it. Bryant Hanson, get in here now.
What's up, Captain?
Yeah. We got another murder on our hands here, boys, and from the looks of your sorry faces, you don't have a clue as to what's going on.
That's not entirely true, Captain.
No, we were with an informant when you called.
And headed to another potential informant from what they told us.
I don't care if you were talking to 20 informants. We got everybody breathing down our backs, from the pencil-pushing politicians right up to the meddlesome media. We need to get this case solved now.
We're on the right track, Capo. It won't be long.
Won't be long. Tell that to the victim's parents, you moron, and the victim after that. We need to get this wrapped up soon.
Hey, we're doing the best we can, all right?
Your best isn't good enough.
So where's the body?
Body's downstairs. See if you can get anything off her. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Detective Hanson, you need to suck it up, okay? You can't keep getting sick of these crime scenes. This is what we do, you know.
Hi, Hanson.
What are you doing here?
My job.
Don't get smart, all right? I thought we agreed you were going to stay out of this one.
No, you agreed. I never had a say.
Now look, if I have to go over your head, I will, all right?
You're so brave. You do what you do and I'll do what I do. My job.
You do that. But let me remind you, you wouldn't have a job if it were not for me. So don't get all caught up in this fantasy world of yours. And make sure you're not too tired for your second job. We got bills to pay.
Never too tired for my second job. That's how we met, remember?
You just keep that down. I'll see you later.
Where's Hanson?
Upstairs being sick. What do we have here?
We have Kelly Anderson, 21 years old, relatively good shape, with no distinct scars, birthmarks, or any other life-threatening maladies, other than the 37 puncture wounds inflicted in the last 24 hours or so. Other than that, she's just an average woman about to have a night out on the town.
Anything else?
Well, there's no sign of a sexual assault, but I did find a liquid-like substance on her forehead and fingertips.
Now, this liquid, same stuff as found on the others?
Could be. I don't dare say until I get the results back from the lab.
What's that?
Like the other victims, she had this place on her chest.
And what does it say?
Not a clue, but it does seem to be written in the same language as the others. You can look at it when it gets back from the lab.
So it wouldn't be a stretch to assume it's the same killer?
It's a safe bet, or we got a good copycat killer on our hands.
Copycat killer?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say the odds are it's probably the same person, if you're the gambling type, but I'm not going to say anything until all the results come back.
And when will that be?
Either late tonight or early tomorrow.
So we'll just pick it up from breakfast then. I mean, if you're in, that is.
Well, you know Daddy. After he retired from the force and bought that damn restaurant, I've been doing most of the work. I think he forgot he wasn't a spring chicken anymore. But you're right. I'll be working the early shift tomorrow morning.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Tell me you two got more than a junkie's ramblings.
Everything's under control, Cap. We'll get the test results back soon. And with the information we hope to get from this pusher, Jack Neef, we'll be on our way to making an arrest.
You better be on your way, or it's the goddamn highway. Now get the hell out of here.
It's okay, Captain. It's all right. Everything's going to be okay. We got it.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Angel, it's me. Man, you're not going to believe this. I mean, the stuff that is going on around in this town, it's unreal. I mean, you make the headlines and you get killed. I mean, it's crazy. This stuff is so juicy. What do you mean? Come on. This is good stuff. I don't care what you say. Look, come on. I want to stop by. I want to talk to you. I mean, people are getting killed around here, and I need to talk to you about this. Okay? Okay, I'll see you soon. All right, bye. That's good.
Hold on, I'll be right there.
be longer. You are, looking great as always. Just couldn't stay away from the old Skip charm, could you? Can't say as I blame you.
Save it for the camera, Skip. It's the only thing you can love more than yourself.
Come on, you didn't call me up pleading for me to come over here just so you could act like you're gonna give me the brush off. Come here and show me how much you miss me.
How soon he forgets. If I recall correctly, stop me if I'm wrong, but it was you who called me, crying like the spoiled newsboy you are, who desperately needs a big story to spark up his pathetic resume, if he ever dreams of making it big. And to accomplish this, you call on the one person you think you can sweet talk into breaking all kinds of ethical and even some criminal laws just so you can get a story. I know you, and all you want to do is to cash in on a failed relationship. I'm the only one from your sordid past you could turn to.
Well, that's one way of looking at it. I, on the other hand, look at it a little differently.
And how's that?
You know, I scratch yours, you scratch mine.
God damn it, Skip. You'll never change. I kept telling myself, maybe you'd changed, or maybe you'd realized how good we could have been. But once again, you played me as a fool just so you could get a story.
Listen, I know I made some mistakes. Well, maybe more than a few. It's this case. I know I'm onto something. I can feel it. And it burns me, Angel. I just know that if there was anybody I could turn to for help, it would be you. I'm on the verge of something really big here, and I just can't let it slip through my fingers.
Now that's the Skip I find so hard to resist. One who's driven by the truth and real news and not the arrogant jock image you try so hard to portray. Why couldn't you have been more of what I needed instead of the kind of man I wanted?
Well, if it's any consolation, you're the only one that ever made me want to be that man.
You make it so hard to hate you.
Tell me about it. I gotta live with myself.
You also always knew how to put out a flame. Come on, I have some information that might be helpful.
Okay, so what do you got?
Well, it wasn't easy, but I do have some old sources, and some new ones I think are trustworthy.
You think?
It's all you got sometimes. You called me. Do you trust me?
Of course.
Good. Like I said, it wasn't easy. As you can see, I've acquired documents that may or may not be of any help to you. And this is where it gets kind of sticky. Through crime and lack thereof, people benefit in one way or another.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't really know for sure, but I know someone who does. Besides, there were certain public officials who were a little too concerned with my digging.
You were the city attorney, for Christ's sake. What could they possibly say?
I know, but I left, and when I did, they kept it pretty hush-hush. You see, when they hired me, they thought I was this quiet flower that wouldn't make waves and they could do what they wanted. They figured I was happy having the job, and everybody else was pleased that a local girl had gotten hired instead of an out-of-towner. So it was a win-win situation for them.
You know, I always found that odd. You were the best thing to happen in this town. They just let you go. Just reinforced my distrust in authority, that's for sure.
If these papers are at least somewhat accurate, there's a lot of questionable activity going on that is either going unnoticed or just being plain ignored.
You know, at times it feels like I'm the only one who wants these killings to end.
Look at the numbers. Crime rate equals funding.
The higher the body count, the richer the state.
The government gives an allotment, which is basically a blank check to be used at the cashier's discretion.
Isn't there anyone who watches over these things?
There was. And his name is Willard Zins, who's now retired, and basically discarded as mentally incompetent since his breakdown. So he's well below their radar. If I were you, I'd put him at the top of your must-see list.
This is gonna make a great story.
You can't use this.
This has a ward written all over it.
Use your head, Skip. Do your daily updates to keep the ratings up, but keep the accusations off the air or we're both done for. It's your job to dig. That's what you do. If you do any more than that, you'll cement your career into obscurity forever.
Well, I knew you'd be helpful. Heck, even if this thing just turns out to be a bunch of crap and it's some loading madman, it'd still make a great story.
Either way, watch your ass. The slightest breath of allegations or improprieties are construed as hostile attacks and will be treated with the utmost extreme prejudice.
Sounds like you've been given this speech.
Yes, I have. And if you're lucky, you'll be given the same choice before they make it for you.
It's gonna take more than a few pencil-pushing pansies to scare me.
I hate to admit it, but I'm worried about you, Skip.
I knew you couldn't stay away from me. Just kidding. Look, if I need your help, you'll be around?
You know I will be.
So, solving the world's troubles, Willard?
You can't go around scaring people like that, mister. Could give me a heart attack.
Sorry about that. Your wife let me and she told me you were in here.
Do you know that a high percentage of heart attacks are caused by alarm clocks on Monday mornings? It startles them to death.
Okay, but today's not Monday.
But the fact that your chance of having a heart attack is highest on Mondays could save thousands of lives.
How's that?
Isn't it obvious? 3-day weekends, essentially removing Monday from the week. See what I mean?
Wouldn't Tuesdays just become Mondays?
It would be Tuesday, there'd be no Monday.
Yeah, but then Tuesday's the first day of the work week. Essentially then still making heart attacks happen. So, but they just happen a day later.
Well, the fact remains, Monday would still not be the day where most heart attacks occur. You're just not following me here.
Is that what you're working on there?
Heavens, no. They stopped taking my mail years ago. This is a thesis on how the flat earth believers compare to the political theories of modern day.
Fascinating.
Yes, it really is. It's hard to find strong minds to discuss these things with. Here, sit down. We can talk.
No, thanks. I really can't. I'd love to, but I just realized I've been had. You can't help me. Thanks anyway.
Come on, try me. I know more than you think. Can't help you? That's what the director of operations said just before I blew the top off their little money laundering scheme.
That was you?
Oh, God, yes. You should have seen the look on that weasel's face when he heard I shut him down. By the look in your face, I'd say I had a cord. So sit down and ask what you came to ask.
Okay, I guess I got nothing to lose.
No, other than your fascination with the heart, what brings you here?
What I really wanted to talk to you about was this.
So what do we got here?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me. You were in the lines then. You worked hand in hand with the town's top officials. You know, and if my source is correct, you know a lot more than you've been telling. And I need some facts. I need info on the killings, then I'm out of here.
The population keeps growing, so we need more services. More officials with phony jobs and big paychecks. Government is about power, and money gives power. Fear keeps the tax dollars coming. Look around. Seen more staffing in City Hall lately, or advanced technology for the police force? Pay raises for those at the top? That costs money, lots of money from scared citizens.
I think I get your point. They have added some cops and raised salaries. Yeah, City Hall, they've been doing something recently. And nobody even questioned it. Hell, those in power got praised for doing it. What a scam. But who's going to believe it? I mean, without proof.
When I started to question things, I got in trouble. To fight it was futile. If I was going to survive, I had to let go. I knew there was nothing that could change it.
Now, don't worry, they haven't run into me yet. And I don't frighten easily. I know how to bring down the bad guys. No mayor or city council or police chief can avoid prosecution when I get the facts. I can hunt down the facts, and then I win. The press has a power of its own.
So proud of yourself.
Hey, don't sell the old skipster short, okay? I've dealt with corrupt leaders before. You may not have seen my story on exposing the airport security fiasco. Ex-military given positions of power just because, well, they knew somebody in the right place. I mean, their incompetence hidden by intimidating anybody who could expose them. I mean, abuse by the government, it's nothing new to me. They bragged about their false success, and when I got wind of it, I exposed them. Okay? When the story broke, the public made them clean house, and I was the one who was exposed to corruption.
But this is something else. These guys will not just lie down. They will get very mean. They know how to silence people.
Yeah, well, they'll wish they hadn't tried.
They are dangerous. All I can do is give you my notes and a few documents that I took with me when I left. I kept some papers as kind of an insurance policy. If anything happens to me, my wife would bring these papers to a friend who would take them to a judge, and that would get these guys into court. I lied. There is a paper trail of sorts. Information is powerful, but is information enough by itself? Maybe it's only enough to keep them away and make them worried. By the way, how do I know that you weren't set by them to get these notes?
Look, we both know if they wanted you silenced, they'd have done it by now. Documents or no documents.
They wanted me to feel comfortable, put my guard down. What have I done? I was stupid to tell you anything. What? Without these papers, I'm vulnerable.
Relax, okay? All I wanted was your input. I'm here for myself, okay? If you knew anything about me, you'd know my motive is a good story. I'm nobody's water boy.
Can I really trust you?
Look, okay? I know you've got some big concerns. But, to be honest with you, they probably think you're too crazy anyway. I mean, why would they even worry about you? They've probably even forgotten about you, to be honest with you. Okay, just let me take the info, and I'll shut them down. Okay? I know how to do it, and your worries, they'll be over. You can trust me. Okay?
Before you go, would you like to try some of this great Hungarian wine I've got? Here, let me open this bottle and let it breathe.
I've got to get on this story. Okay? Maybe some other time, though. All right? I'm off on my mission. Thanks. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Oh, yes, the story. Be careful. Real careful.
What time? Nah, it's gonna have to be 30 minutes after that. So I can't do it. Look, I'll bring the stuff. You get stuff, I get stuff, we're all happy, okay? Alright, I'll see you there. Bye.
That's good stuff.
Okay, so what do you got for me, Timmy?
What about my stuff?
Yeah, I got it. No talk, no rock.
Fine. My connection? His name's Jack Neef. I used to do business with him. He's a good guy. He's got the goods. If you want it, he's got it.
He's got knives and swords. He got that too?
You name it. He's got it. If he doesn't have it, he'll send you to somebody who does. For a price, that is.
Of course. So, how do I get a hold of this guy?
Last I dealt with him was at the record store. The one on 98th. Be careful, he's not a pushover.
Ooh, I'm scared.
That's your funeral.
Alright, so, what else you got for me?
Well, there's been some talk of our boys in blue not being so
concerned with the old protect and serve credo?
That's the word.
Can always count on you, Timmy, for the juicy material. Where would I be without you?
Thanks, Skip.
Now, yeah, I almost forgot now. You just keep in touch. Remember, there's always a little something extra for you. You just give me a call.
Huh? Check this out.
You got a cold, Timbo?
No. What are you guys doing here?
See, you just had a visitor.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean?
Look, we ran into Skip on the way in, and if I recall correctly, he doesn't work here.
Listen, I'm a changed person, really. I'm staying away from the old past.
Come on, Tim. You can do better than that.
Listen, I'm trying to make a change.
You're putting us in a little bit of a bind here. Either you help us out, or we're bringing you in.
Listen, you're already on parole, correct? Another drug charge? No judge is going to be lenient on you.
I don't have any drugs. What drug charge?
Oh, you don't?
What my partner's trying to say here is we need your help.
So I can keep this.
Knock yourself out.
Fine, I'll tell you what I told the reporter. The guy I used to do business with, Jack Neef, he deals out of the record store, 98th Street. He can get you whatever you need.
Anything?
You name it, but be careful. Be very careful.
You let us worry about that, all right?
What's his story?
He's got connections.
Well, thank you. Now, if you get busted, you didn't get that from us.
Of course. Get what?
I like that.
And don't forget about us. Keep us in the loop. Otherwise, well, we don't want to go there. Agreed?
Definitely. You guys have a good night, gentlemen.
Everybody find this one.
Hey, excuse me. I was looking to see if I could speak to Mr. Jack Knife.
That's me. It's Neef.
Oh, great. I was told that you're a man that can get stuff.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm Skip Kilmar, Action 1 News reporter and a journalist for the newspaper.
Never heard of you.
Well, maybe you just don't watch enough TV, but I was told that you can help me out.
Man, who the hell told you that?
Well, let's just say you don't keep the lowest profile. Who was a source? Let's leave it at that.
It was that crazy boy Timmy, wasn't it? He'd sold his own mom for a bag of weed. Hold on. Hello? No, I'm talking to some dumbass reporter. I can't talk right now. Alright, I'll call you later. Bye.
So, can you help me?
Question is, can you help me?
Well, I'm sure if the information you give me works out pretty well, yeah, we can accommodate you. Sure.
So how can I help you?
Well, I'm working on a story about the recent killings here in town, and it seems the killer has a fondness for sharp objects.
So what's that got to do with me?
Well, that's kind of where you come in. Seems like this guy likes swords for the up-close and personal jobs. He likes to get in there and kind of carve up his victims.
What, like OJ? You could say that. Well, what makes you think I deal with this wacko?
Well, we can't always pick our clientele, but, if you can just think of anything, just let me know any information, no matter how small it might be, let me know.
Well, there's this guy who dropped by some stuff.
Okay, what was his name?
I didn't ask.
Okay, what did he look like?
The deal was set up for a drop-off.
Okay, what did he have dropped off?
There was some knives and guns and some weird old writings and some stuff.
Writings?
Hey, I don't ask if I get paid.
Okay, so where was this drop-off?
It was over on the warehouse on 90th.
You sure about that?
As sure as I know that there'll be a job opening at Action 1 News if I don't get paid.
Don't worry, you'll get what you deserve.
That's not news to me.
Funny. Well, tell you what, here's a little upfront money for you, a little extra on top. And as long as everything else comes through, there'll be more of that where that comes from.
I know that.
Okay, well, if you think of anything, just make sure you give me a call and let me know.
Dumbass. Oh, come on, man. What the hell do you guys want?
We just want to ask you a few questions.
You guys harassing me. Can a man make an honest living in this town without the pigs bothering me?
I don't think selling drugs and guns from behind a counter constitutes an honest living.
Hey, man, watch it. You'll scare the customers.
That's what we want to talk to you about. You might have had a customer in here recently, someone with a special request, something you won't be hearing on the Billboard Top 40.
Hey, man, I don't know anything about that.
You know exactly what we're talking about. Either you tell us what we want to hear, or we bringing in the dogs.
Once they start sniffing around, who knows what kind of a mess they'll make.
What is it with you people today? First it's this dumbass asking questions, now it's the frickin' police.
Was it a reporter?
That's what he said.
What'd you tell him?
Same thing I'm telling you. This guy I never heard of before. Had me drop off some knives and some weird papers over at the warehouse on 90th.
What else you tell him?
That was it, but there was one thing I didn't tell him.
And what's that?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing. I swear I was being watched at the drop.
Watched by who?
I don't know, I just feel that there was people in the windows watching.
You say this guy isn't acting alone, that there's more than one of them?
I don't know, I didn't stick around long enough to find out.
Well, let's not get carried away. It could have just been your imagination. Besides, we can't search the building until we get a warrant. Plus, we have the results we're waiting on from the lab.
Can't hurt to head over there and take a look around.
But we need proof. Let's just wait till tomorrow.
Man, we could bust this case wide open if we get right over.
We gotta use our heads. There's no judge that's gonna give us a warrant on the words of some delusional paranoia.
I guess I'm just along for the ride on this one.
All I know is you didn't hear any of this from me. That guy's got to make a living in this town.
Don't worry about that. Since we're here, do you have any merchandise we can take a look at that might be of use in the case?
Sure. Check this out. As you can see, things are not in short supply.
Oh, we see it enough. You got our number.
Pigs.
Just bring me my damn fill.
Well, looks like you won over another one with your classic Carol charm.
You know, if the rest of the world would just grow some brains, we wouldn't have these type of problems.
Don't you mean if the rest of the world would only kiss your ass?
Say what you will, but soon people will be treating Carol Witherstrom with a whole new level of respect.
What, you're gonna threaten him with a mention on Carol's corner?
Your quips will not rain on my parade. I have plans.
And what could the most needy person I know possibly want now?
Well, in case you haven't noticed, I've changed my hair.
What, your plan is to scare the rest of our viewers away then?
No, I'm going undercover.
Undercover what? I didn't think there was anybody I'd slept with yet. Well, other than the janitor, but that's probably only a matter of time before you need something from him, like better linings for your trash can, something.
Undercover to solve the killings.
Are you out of your mind? You don't even have the foggiest idea of where to start. You think a new hairdo is gonna help?
Well, people are used to seeing me with a different hairstyle. This will help with my disguise.
Have you given this plan any more thought than beyond the nose on your face, Carol? Because you better.
Of course I have. But what do you mean?
Well, Your first and most obvious error is the simple fact that you deliver news to thousands of people every night. These people notice if you have chapped lips. You don't think they're going to notice your hair? Why do you think they blur out the faces of undercover agents on those cop shows? Because they're ugly? No. It's because it would jeopardize their whole career, basically ending their career in law enforcement. Use your goddamn head, Carol.
Well, you don't have to yell at me.
You needed to be yelled at years ago, but for some reason, people feel they need to agree with you. And by they, I mean management. You know, they just need to do what's right. Sometimes that means saying no, even to you, Carol.
Well, I could wear a wig.
This is not about a goddamn wig. Do you really think they're looking out for your best interest? Do you really think they give a damn about you either way?
You're not stupid, you know. Do you think it's easy sitting at that desk day in and day out reading the news, not ever really knowing what's going on? Sure, I hear myself out here. But you're out there while it happens. People admire you. All I get is, good read, Carol, or ooh, that was a real tongue twister. It gets pretty meaningless after a while.
You have your opinion piece now.
Anyone can give an opinion about a subject. I want something I can grab hold of. You make it look so easy. You can do it, so can I.
You don't even care about being a respectable investigative reporter at all. You just don't like the fact that I'm reaping some rewards for these killings.
I wouldn't say that.
You're putting your life on the line for a story? Oh, no. You're putting your neck on the line because you're jealous.
I thought we could put aside our differences for once. Work together to solve these killings. When we both want out of this dump of a station, if we put as much effort into helping each other as we do as we're working against each other, who knows how high we'd soar?
This is not a game. You can't call cut when things get hairy. You can't call for makeup when things get a little sticky. I work alone, Carol, and to be honest with you, I've worked way too hard and too long getting my informants to trust me, to just hand over my tips and hunches just because you're feeling a little left out.
Why do you have to be such a selfish prick? You know, I've got the names of people that I want to talk to and a meeting with the police chief set up. You know, I'm trying so hard. Please don't make me do this alone.
Your whining may work with the powers that be, Carol, but not with me. All I see when I look in front of me is a spoiled brat who's throwing a fit trying to get her way. Go cry to someone else who cares.
I'll do whatever you want. Even finish what we started when we first met.
Ugh. Don't make me sick. That's when I thought you were human. Satan has a hold on your soul and your pulse in his hand. I can't even believe you'd stoop so low as to bring up that sorry time in my life.
Well, what do you want? Because I need this.
Look, you're embarrassing yourself. Just forget about all this. These people are not joking around. You know, to be honest with you, I'm getting a little uncomfortable with my involvement with this story. I've never felt as vulnerable and paranoid about a story before. To be honest with you, I think I'm being watched. And if I get too close, who knows what they'll do to me. Look, this will sound odd coming from me, Carol, but please, stay away from this case.
I can't stay away from this case. Nothing like this is going to come along again. If you could see the look in your eyes when you talk about this case, there's no way I can back away. I'm in, with or without your blessing.
Don't do this. Look, I tell you what. Let me do some more digging around, and if I come up with something that I think you can help with, I'll let you know. But I'm just afraid that both of us snooping around, it could jeopardize this whole thing. Look, I know we can both end up big winners on this. I can taste it.
Who are you kidding? You don't give a damn about journalism any more than I do. And when you realize that, you give me a call, because I'm out of here. And oh, by the way, When I make it big, don't come reaching to me for a hand up because you just bit the hand that would have fed you.
Look, I told you not tonight. My girlfriend's gonna be here. She's gonna find out what's going on.
What do we have here?
Another killing.
Ugh. So where's Lynn tonight?
Well, since they declared war on us, we don't get days off.
Yeah, too bad for you, but say much worse for your clients.
True. Why hang out with this guy, man?
Orders from above. The captain says he should stay close so the people are informed. Like we don't already have our own problems.
Oh, if it helps get the job done, I don't see the harm in it.
You have a lot to learn, rookie.
You know, I was here earlier today talking to this guy, and I think you guys were too. Doesn't it seem kind of odd this guy gets bumped off?
Well, there's a lot of similarities in this one. Same MO.
Same cycle.
Maybe all this stuff is just meant to throw us off track.
Don't you think they're trying a little too hard here? It's kind of like they're making it seem like it's a serial killer.
If it smells like a duck, looks like a duck, it's a cycle.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not.
Well, it doesn't make a difference to this guy. This door is closed.
Alright, Frank, we're closing up. You gotta go home.
Home. Home. Let me tell you about home. The only thing I got waiting for me at home is a sink backed up with this black, smelly gook and my nagging wife. She thinks I left to go get parts. Last thing she said as I was leaving was,
"Don't even think of coming to bed until you get that sink fixed."
well, I've been here drinking all night. Now the stores are closed. So I might as well just stay here until they open. How about another beer?
Gotta call your wife and tell her where you're at.
How about I go home?
See you tomorrow, Frank.
Anyone home? Well, in case you're wondering what took so long, I stopped over at the local establishment to see if any of my buddies there could help me come up with a way to fix our plumbing problem. With the sink, that is. By the time we came up with some kind of solution, stores were already closed, so... Hello? I guess you don't really care. Must be out with your friends. Just makes me wanna. Oh, shit. Well, since I'm down here, I might as well take a look at that plumbing problem. that you? Hey, is that you? What the?
Hey, baby.
Get dressed. I'm hungry.
Can't you tell I'm working here? I'm in the middle of something.
Give me a free one later. It's not like you've never done it before.
You're such an ass. What the hell's your problem? You come barging in while I'm working, treating me like a common wife? Who the hell do you think you are?
You're just a whore with a fake badge. Oh yeah, you got it real hard.
I bust my ass and this is the thanks I get?
You're not a real cop. They only gave you that badge as a favor to me. I'm sitting here. I don't see any dinner. Just hear a lot of steam.
It may mean nothing to you, but if certain people were told of your involvement, this badge could cause a lot of damage.
Nobody's gonna believe a whore.
All a whore would have to do is record the ramblings of someone who talks in their sleep. That kind of information could cause a lot of damage. You know, just in case something were to happen to me or my sister.
I know you're a lot smarter than this, right? I've got important people in high places that wouldn't even blink cutting you up. Now I have some places I need to be. When I return, I want my dinner warm and waiting for me, and your sister waiting for dessert. You understand? Bitch.
Frank, we're closed.
Not Frank.
DePanson, what a nice surprise.
I didn't know you were closed or I wouldn't have troubled you.
It's alright, make yourself at home.
Thanks.
Can I do for you, partner? Murder whiskey?
No. I just came by for some company.
That I can do. But if you're looking for those lab results, I'm going to be quite the disappointing host.
No, I just came by to see how you run this place, being it was your father was the one that just had to have it.
There's nothing to it. Besides, nice place to unwind from the daily grind.
I don't know how you do it.
I love my job, but I love my life more. Besides, how many girls get to say that they boss their dads around all day?
True.
Now, even though I work with stiffs all day, I'm pretty sure that you didn't come here to talk about the restaurant biz.
Guilty as charged.
So your wife?
Yes and no. She's having a little more trouble adjusting than I am.
She miss her friends and family back home?
Yeah, we talked about it tonight. It's hard to come home and listen to her problems when, you know, I got to deal with murder victims all day, and she's telling me about how she misses her friends and she has no connection to this town. I mean, come on, there are more important things to worry about.
It's tough, but you knew the rules when you joined the force. Being a cop is not good on relationships.
How about you? You ever been married?
Been close a couple of times, but just found most guys were looking for a 9-to-5 gal, pop out 2.5 kids, and have a little white picket fence. I just kind of realized I had to sacrifice the American dream to have the life I wanted.
Yeah, I hear you. The other thing that's been bugging me is I'm having a lot of trouble trusting any of my fellow police officers in this precinct.
You're very smart.
What is it with this place? I feel like the entire force is dirty.
Not everyone.
What do you mean? Lay it on me.
Listen, I didn't get this far by shooting my mouth off. And if you're not careful, your life's going to get a lot shorter very quick.
Who's involved?
I really, honestly don't want to get into it.
Just tell me who's involved.
Listen, handsome. If you're smart, go home, take care of your wife. Just forget about what's going on.
Give me some names.
I really don't want to say.
Come on, just give me some names.
Names? What names?
Boy Wonder here was just asking about some of the ladies down at the station.
Trying to have a little something on the side?
Well, you never know when you might need a backup plan.
Got a beautiful wife at home. I hate to see something happen to her because she's sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong.
Oh, that's not my style. I was just asking.
He's a good boy. Speaking of good boys, what are you doing here at this hour?
Captain called, they found another dead body. I tried calling your house, but wife said you might be here. Something about you couldn't sleep.
I never got a ring on my phone.
Hey, all I know is we wanted on the scene.
Me too.
Yeah, someone's got to investigate the body.
Where are we going?
Action 1 News, Skip found the anchor girl's body.
Damn it, let's go. Don't you know those things can kill you, Skip?
That may be, but whatever got to her was a lot more quick and painful. And to be honest with you, I'll stick with the gentleman killers, thank you very much.
Wow. By the looks of it, a little friend's lungs had a bit more to worry about than smoker's cough. Goodness.
It appears the victim's chest was sliced open while she was still alive.
So she's all alive, cut open while he finishes her off.
Yeah, the killer kept her alive long enough to squeeze the air out of her lungs, in effect sucking the life right out of her. Not a pretty way to go.
Damn. This guy's good.
So basically, he made her eat her words.
The killer acted like he had all the time in the world. Based on her body temp, I'd say she hasn't been dead for long.
Anybody know who was the last one to see her alive?
That'd be me.
What can you tell us?
It was a typical night. Apart from her newscast, everything went off without a hitch.
What about her newscast?
Her agent got some kind of deal for her, gave her an opinion piece during the evening newscast.
What did she say?
Well, she went off about giving her own profile of the killer, and then started complaining about the police force not having enough women.
What am I, chopped liver?
She must not be the smartest anchor in town. Going off about the killer and the cops the same night.
What happened after the telecast ended?
Kind of the same old stuff. She had some work to do, so I took off, and she said she'd lock up.
Is that normal?
Yeah, she does it, well, did it all the time.
Are you finding anything, Lynn?
Just the same MO as all the others. Sliced up with some strange ramblings written on paper.
Is there maybe a cult connection that perhaps we're missing?
I don't think so. There's got to be something more. There always is.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. There's some things I want to run by the captain.
Speaking of the captain, I thought he was supposed to be here. Didn't he call you from here?
Well, actually, no. He was following up on some other leads. He did call before I left Hanson's house.
Oh, that reminds me. I had to call my wife.
Hey, the reason I was coming back here was to grab a camera. I was snooping around that building that Jack Neef guy made some kind of drop at before. And while I was there, I noticed some strange things going on. And as I was leaving, I swear I saw an unmarked car parked nearby.
The captain's out there alone. He could be in trouble.
Hello? Who's this? Where's my wife?
Detective Hanson, I was waiting for your call.
Who the hell are you and how do you know my name?
Why don't you just drop on by and we'll talk a bit?
Where?
Come to the warehouse tonight. We'll get this thing straight.
How do I know she's still alive?
You have no choice but to believe me. Your wife, so innocent and vulnerable. Maybe I'll give her some reassurance.
You son of a bitch!
Your wife does look a bit peaked and so sweet.
Hello? Hello? He has the captain and my wife. We gotta go.
Do you want me to come?
No, you stay here. You tell everyone to stay clear of that place. This bastard's mine.
I'll grab a camera.
Show ass.
here earlier. This is where I saw the captain's car. I'm sure of it. I bet my career on it. This is it.
Don't you think we should wait for the other guys, though?
Man, we can't wait. There's no waiting for this kind of stuff. Waiting causes buildings to fall on people. Save that stuff for the police and the fire department. We run in, we run out, we're heroes, end of story.
I think you forgot about the part where we got to deal with the bad guys.
Man, God hates fools. That's why he loves me.
And that's why I guess he makes Satan his bitch, and she's gonna tear us an eternal new one for this boneheaded play.
Man, shut up and just keep rolling. Let's go.
Listen, I don't know why Hanson and Brian took off like that, but I do not like the looks of this.
Look, they've got to have her in one of these rooms around here somewhere. I mean, I bet my life on it. We're on the verge of wrapping up this story. I mean, I've never felt this kind of bliss before. I mean, can't you feel it?
Listen, if this is what it's like to be on a hot-breaking news story, I don't want any part of it. Give me the newsroom any day, all right?
Like it or not, okay, you are living history, my friend. And don't worry, it's not like I'm going to forget about you when I get my networking. I mean, after I put this case behind me, I'm on Easy Street. We're on Easy Street.
Listen, I just want to go home, get a drink, and you can have the rest of it, all right?
All right. Just tell you what, you keep the camera rolling. Just follow me around. I mean, we'll just keep moving. We're going to bump into something eventually.
What the hell was that?
Oh, yeah. All right. That came from the auditorium. This has got to be it, okay? If it bleeds, it leads. You ready? Let's go.
Oh my God. Killed Hanson and his wife. Who? Him. Who's that? I don't know, but I'm not gonna stand around and find out. I said drop it. End it now, or I do.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure there, Skip.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh, come on. What are you, confused? Is the reporter confused? Well, I'm a little confused, too. All you had to do was follow a couple of simple clues and then eventually get bored of the whole investigation. But no, you had to be a hero. You couldn't simply go home to your wife and kids and be the proud father and lover. Nope. You had to go and be a hero. I let you get your rocks off for a while in hopes you'd grow tired of the daily grind. I figured in time you'd see things from our perspective, and we could work as a team. I now see that'll never be the case. It's a shame.
What's going on? This doesn't make any sense. Why is my wife here?
Insurance, pal. We didn't know what she knew. We didn't know what you told her, so we had to bring her to this little party to make sure.
I'll do anything you want.
I don't think so. What are you gonna run up and embrace her lovingly, have her give you a little kiss on the cheek, and you're gonna lose all your morals and join us on our little escapade? Don't think so. Not gonna happen.
What the hell? What'd you do that for? What's going on here?
Do you need me to explain it to you a little bit more? Apparently you're not getting it yet. There's a little game, and we all play by certain rules, and you're obviously not following them. You had to get the extra ammo for your report. No, I got a little carried away with the chase, but you went too far.
So this is all just a plan? This is just a game to you people?
Oh, come on, you're just as guilty. You had the 5 o'clock, the 9 o'clock, and the 10 o'clock news all afire, getting the civilians all worked up. Oh, you're just as guilty as I am. You're getting to be a rich man just like I am.
You bastard.
Be that as it may, it's time to take the trash out. I'm getting bored. Bobo, come here. Make it look like the other killings.
You're dead.
I don't think so.
Why?
Why? A gun up in your face and that's all you can come up with? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. When my partner was killed, the captain came and explained to me how we can clean the streets of these scum who kill for drugs and fun.
but I didn't want to be like him. I decided I'm going to take these scum out before they get to me.
But you didn't just kill scum. I mean, you killed innocent people.
If only drug dealers and child molesters got killed, nobody would care. It had to be random, so nobody would feel safe.
What are you, God now? I mean, how did you pick these people?
From the headlines. People tend to sympathize with those they're familiar with.
Who's all involved?
Some, a lot, most, doesn't really matter to you, because tomorrow morning there'll be an article in the paper about you and your cameraman trying to solve this crime, but you're gonna end up dead, so you won't be reading it.
How many more innocent people have to die? I mean, when is it gonna be enough?
Enough is when God quits sending us back. Then it'll be enough.
You bastard!
I'm sick of this. Bobo, do it.
What? That's the fool that killed my partner.
Don't act so surprised. How do you think we got all the money for all this? Had to start somewhere. You're a wealthy man now because of me. Not just the street punk that you were when I found you. You got money now. You matter. Don't mess this up, buddy. Don't mess this up. No, you can't do this now. Come on, stay with it. Stay with it.
No!
Baby, I'm so sorry.
What the hell happened?
They're all dead. They killed them all. My wife, they're all dead.
What are you talking about? Why is the captain here?
He was in on it. I mean, he's the one that planned. He knew it. He was the ringleader.
What else did he tell you? I need to know.
Saying that it was about funding. Jesus Christ, it was about funding.
It's all right. I'll take care of everything. You're in good hands.